Hello everybody, my name is Mariam Sini. I'm one of the speech pathologists here at Speech Pathology Tasmania, and I'm really excited to be here today to talk to you about Hanen's More Than Words program. So if you haven't heard of Hanen, they are a Canadian-based speech pathology organisation that have been operating since the early 1970s. And they've really been at the forefront of developing parent education programs, training parents in how to support the language development of their children. More Than Words is the Hanen program that's specifically been developed for the parents of children with autism or any other child who would benefit from support to develop their social communication skills. SPT are really proud and delighted that we have two members of our team who are qualified to deliver the Hanen More Than Words program right here in Tasmania for the benefit of Tasmanian families. So what is More Than Words and how does the program run? More Than Words is a 13-week therapy program, and it involves a combination of parent-focused group learning sessions with individual parent-child sessions that are run with the speech pathologist. So at the very beginning of the program, parents attend a one-to-one assessment session with their child and the speech pathologist, where the speech pathologist will assess the child's communication with the parent and get an understanding of how that child is communicating and what their communication needs might be. And they set some goals in conjunction with the parents. Next, the parents will join with other parents in the group sessions. During these sessions, they will watch some videos and have some discussions. And through these sessions, parents are learning about what is social communication and what are the stages of social communication development. They'll learn to recognise and respond to their child's own unique way of communicating. And they'll learn really specific strategies that they can use to engage with their child and to support their child to interact with them and to keep communication going for longer. One of the things we love about the More Than Words program is the inclusion of these group sessions, because we know that parents really benefit from the opportunity to learn from other parents. By coming together in these group sessions, parents can share their stories, share their experiences, and grow a sense of community and support by connecting with other parents. They can really benefit from the opportunity of connecting with other parents whose children might also be struggling to learn those early communication skills. And that can help parents to feel less isolated in their journey of parenting. Along the way through the program, parents will also participate in a number of video feedback sessions. And these happen individually, so the parent and their child and the speech pathologist together. And in those sessions, the parents will have opportunity to put into practice some of the strategies that they've been learning in the group sessions and which they've been practicing at home with their child. They do some play with their child and practice those strategies, while the speech pathologist will record a video of them doing that. And then they immediately will watch that video together and get feedback. And that can feel a little bit scary sometimes to watch yourself back in a video, but we know that this is a really powerful learning tool, and where parents really get to see with their own eyes what is working in their communication with their child, and what are they doing that's helping their child to communicate, and what might they be able to do differently to help their child a little bit more. And from those sessions, the parents can set some new goals with the speech pathologist that they can then carry on to practice. So one of the ways that More Than Words is different to some other therapy approaches is that the focus is really strongly on parent education and upskilling parents to be the therapist, if you like. We really see at Speech Pathology Tasmania, and certainly part of the ethos of Hannon, is that parents are the first and most important teachers that children ever have. And that in those everyday moments, those everyday interactions that you have with your child, those are learning moments, and there's potential for learning in those moments. So through the More Than Words program, we hope to empower parents to see how they can use those moments to grow their child's communication skills. And we know that those moments add up over to something that's far more powerful than the 1 hour a week that you might come into speech therapy. We also recognise that autism is something that is a part of a child's life and a part of a child's being. And that as the parent, you are always going to be there with your child. And if we can help you in the early days to grow your skills to support your child's social communication, you'll be able to carry those skills and continue to grow those skills over time to really genuinely become the expert on your child and what your child needs to be a wonderful communicator and to have really positive and meaningful relationships with other people. So you can RSVP to attend the lunch and information session by hitting the QR code at the end of this video, or by looking on our website at spt.com.au. Hope to see you there. Thank you so much for listening.